when you first had your child, like how did you feel when she was born?
This is so interesting. So I have 2 kids now. My
Mm-hmm.
oldest is almost 3, like I mentioned. My youngest is 16 months. And again, still processing that I have 2 of them. And when I had my eldest daughter, I don't know what I expected, to be quite
Mm-hmm.
honest. But what I got was definitely not that. I had
Yeah.
a rougher pregnancy in the sense that I had some medical conditions. I had hypertension towards the end. I needed to be induced. It wound up being a C-section. None of that was the plan. I had wanted to breastfeed. That didn't work out for me. So there were all of these things that just built up on top of each other. And my daughter wasn't a preemie, but she was so tiny. She was 5
Mm-hmm.
pounds, 11 ounces. And I remember, and I still have the first photo that was taken of us together when they put her on my chest. And it was a very out of body experience. Like, you were the one in there.
Yeah.
And the processing didn't catch up with me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're kind of thrown into the deep end, especially as a first time parent, because you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never held a newborn. I never held a true
Really?
baby. So for me, it was like, here you go, catch.
Like,
Like, here's your kid.
here's a human being.
Exactly. And it was wild. And so my brain was catching up. We were in the hospital for a while because of the C-section. And then my daughter also had jaundice. It was just one thing after the other that I did not fully process or acclimate to becoming a mom
Yeah.
immediately, in the sense like my brain didn't catch up saying, oh yes, this is your child. Like, this little being that you're now bringing home, she's yours. And it's not a purse, no backsies, like sort of
Yeah.
thing. And I remember when we were being discharged from the hospital, and I made this horrible joke, and the nurse probably heard it a million times, and she rolled her eyes. She walked me and my husband downstairs and out the front door. I guess that's their process. And I was looking at our daughter in the car seat, and again, 5 pounds, 11 ounces. And I looked at the nurse, and dead serious, I said, like, that's it? Like, we just get to leave?
Wow.
Like, and now what? And it hit me.
Yeah. Wait, how long were you there for?
I think I was in the hospital for, between the induction and everything, probably 10 days.
Yeah. I feel like that's a pretty, I mean, I don't have really much knowledge about having a baby or being in a hospital, but 10 days, I feel like after 7 days, your brain kind of is like, okay, this is like, it feels weird leaving the
Yes.
hospital. And you're like, okay, now what? Even though you know what, like, I'm assuming like just naturally you probably like try to mentally prepare for a child and did research or took classes or whatever, but yeah, that's so interesting how like the brain wasn't processing that.
And to be clear, like, I knew what I signed up for.
Right.
I was incubating her for many, many months. Like, I was aware that what was coming at the end, but it just, the reality of that was so different. And the transition was hard. The acclimation to having a newborn was hard. And the recovery was challenging. So it was just one thing after another, and it compounded.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point where it boiled over.